Doctor casting you the final here this evening between Jam and Love Shack. The underdog story may come true, Doctor, with Love Shack coming back to take on Jam Gaming as a repeat of last week's grand final.
Yeah, and they're showing consistency here by getting to play them week in and week out on this in these CGs. So making it to the finals every single time, Love Shack here. So definitely showing what they're made of here. On defense, Hollywood, I don't see the Torb. Definitely not the Symmetra. Torb is a possibility on this map, but it's quite unlikely, really. It's not like King's Row where you have a position to hide behind as much, whereas there's a lot more aggression on this first point because you can take that high ground, whereas on King's Row, there's no high ground that a team can really take quite consistently here. So Symmetra just falling all completely away on this map, I think. And as we see I ate up on this soldier here. Really strong hit scan player here. So it'll be interesting to see where he positions, whether he positions at that top of that cafe or near the garbage can at the back point.
So shout out to everyone tonight joining us at Twitch. We hit 204 viewers at one point, so that's fantastic to see everyone out here on a Tuesday night supporting the Overwatch community. Much love to you all. Much love to Cyanide as well. He's been doing all the overlays and helping us in the background as well. So big shout out to him helping us make things better here for the Overwatch Weeklies on the every Tuesday night. But we've got our grand final now. So it's going to be a best of three. Hollywood, Kings Row, then Dorado. Man, it's going to be a close one, Doctor.
Interesting to see ATAR coming out on the Tracer here. Maybe trying to look a bit of poke and maybe get a flank around the back and just try and get on those supports really early on. But we do see 4 tanks opening up from Love Shack here. And Tracer typically not doing so well against them with those high HP pools. Got to worry about that hog as well.
They're going to push in through the archway now. The bionic grenade is a beautiful one from GB, landing on a lot of the members from Love Shack. They go up the stairs, get ready to jump down. Jam knows what's happening. They're going to prepare for this launch from the Love Shackers. As the bionic grenade just misses that time, but the hook comes out on top of Kiki. Bionic grenade lands on top of him. Mech's being popped. He's got to get back behind the shield.
Yeah, and taking Kiki out of that mech so early on, as pointed out, he's absolutely massive on this D.Va. But now he's got no mech, and that's what he really needs with that defense matrix early on.
I Eat You Up and Trill are both fallen here to the hands of Money and Tails as the fight breaks out amongst the on top of the escort right now. And the people have been cornered here from Jam. It's only Kiki alive. He's been put to sleep, quickly awoken, but he's surrounded by so many members he can't deal with it.
Yeah, and Igo's strike there on that hop. That was so important to take Kiki out. It's been pointed out so many times how strong he is on that D.Va, but that defense matrix doesn't block that hook, and he was playing a little bit to the side of that shield, getting that hook, as well as that team just coordinating really well. The moment he came in, that grenade landed, denying any healing, putting that damage out, especially with that Zaya who can go through that defense matrix, and taking him out so long that they had just so much confidence to go through with that, and just use their bodies of huge HP to just brute force onto that point.
Jam Gaming not wasting any time and just going straight back up to the high point. They didn't all risk a bleed and not be able to have the high point advantage. So they're up there. They're ready to jump down to see when the cart begins to get pushed. As Igo's shot just misses the hook. They're going to jump in now, Jam Gaming, without the hook threat. And the bionic grenade lands from Gumbo and a couple of members, and it's taken out Igo's strike with the help of RQT. Smash Brother charges in, but he's caught out here. Chill charges back. Here comes a Graviton Surge from... I was going to go called the Cuck Smashers, but the Love Shackers, and no one's able to capitalize on it, but it has forced Jam Gaming just back a little bit.
Yeah, they got a better respawn. Did that Graviton Surge not getting much, but now they can go with this D.Va ultimate. It's probably not going to hit anybody here, though.
And they're going to move in as Kiki gets hooked in from Igo's stripe, and Money takes out Kiki now. They're going to try and find some stragglers. Bionic Grenade lands on a couple of members of Jam, so they're under pressure here as they move forward. Love Shack. Tails is having a bit of a sleep, but the Nano Boost is on top of the Smash Brother as they take victory in this fight.
Yeah, Love Shack doing really well here already. This 4-tank lineup is doing absolute wonders into Jam Gaming here. It feels like this Tracer, ATAR, is not getting much done on this Tracer. He's got a few good pulse bombs off. We saw Jam get a good contest on that cart early on, dropping off that roof. But just the players of Love Shack surviving through that Graviton Surge, getting them better positioning, and then pushing forward off better spawns afterwards.
Going to start firing away here. They've got some ultimates, Jam Gaming. They've got 4. They just used the self-destruct from Kiki. It lands there, picks up Syria in the back line as they're going to move. They get forced to move back here with Smash Brother being fallen victim to GMB in the end. But they throw out a Graviton Surge again with only 4 members, and they're going to start cleaning up here with the help of Igo's Stripe. Hits the whole hog, and he's cleaned up with a double kill.
Yeah, Quick Assist and Graviton Surge, Mooney doing an absolutely great job on this Zaya. And Zaya is such a strong hero into D.Va. This beam goes through that defense matrix where we don't see a lot of Zaya at the moment, just people saying it falls off. But when you run this quad tank lineup, Zaya is just huge. You put those shields on those tanks, make sure you get those anti bio grenades off them by purging it with that shield, and then just committing after that. Mooney's doing a great job. Money, sorry, is doing a great job on this Zaya.
A lot of time on the clock here for Love Shack to put in a good time here on Hollywood. So Jam Gaming under some pressure. They've been in this position before though, in the past, so they've been able to deal with it. They've got a lot of experience, Doctor.
Yeah, we see Arta swapping off to this Reaper, and we've seen him previously in the last patch doing a really good job on it. And it was up to him now to rip through these tanks here. I think it's a bit of a late to swap onto it, but they recognise they do need to still do that and give Loveshack a bit of I'm sorry, I'm trying to look for the word here. Recognition for how well they're doing here.
Atar's really sneaky. He's jumped into the back line, so they've got to be careful. They booped him out of the way. So good job by Evie to get Atar out of the way to protect the supports. RQT does get the kill on Smash Brother with the help of the DPS. They're going to keep moving back. So Loveshack going to be smart about this and regroup.
Yeah, by Atar dropping down the back there, they completely isolated Smash Brother at the front line there. The rest of Loveshack backing away, but he kind of got left behind there. He's getting another pick as well. They've got to deal with Atar up the top here because he's already 50% on ultimate, and this Death Blossom could do a huge amount of work if Tails doesn't absorb all of it.
Yeah, he's got his self-destruct, so he might be able to throw that in the back line as a bonus grenade lands from Syria right now, and there's the nano boost on top of Smash Brother. He takes out Trill out of the fight, so 6v5. They're going to move forward with money now, so no threat of the Graviton Surge if he decides to throw it down once he hits 100%. And they've taken out Atar as well. The pressure is on from Jam Gaming to get out of the spawn.
Yeah, and Moo just dedicating himself to Kiki just to take him out of this Diva. They're going to use the ultimate Diva, they're going to be able to back behind the shield. And Loveshack put a huge performance out here. Now they should clean up Jam. And
the charge comes in for Smash Bros. That doesn't get anyone, but the Graviton Surge goes down from money. And they've cleaned up here with 3 members of Jam being taken down. It's only Atar. Here's the Death Blossom. He gets one, he gets Syria, but it's not going to be enough. They've capped here. 2 minutes and 52 seconds in the time bag. My goodness, Xenox. What a time from Loveshack.
I mean, my goodness is probably the right word to use there, Bobby J. Loveshack just showing what they are made of. They did look a little bit shaky, of course, against Hot Dog Heroes, but they're pulling no stops here against Gem Gaming, taking this right up to them.
Gino, what are your thoughts now? It's going to be very interesting with the 2 minutes and 52 seconds set by Loveshack. What do we expect now? I'll give you your thoughts on the time set and the game, and then your thoughts coming in for the next prediction. Sorry, too many questions.
Well, I love how Loveshack just keep changing up their lineup. At the moment, it feels like their opponents, they just can't predict them. They go 2 DPS, they go quad tank, they go 3 tanks. They're keeping them guessing, and I think as Doctor pointed out there, the Zarya pick actually working out very well. I was lording Kiki before the game, but Money was just keeping right on top of Kiki there. Not able to do as much hoovering with that defense matrix as you usually can. And so we see a really, really strong time coming out here from Loveshack. They've got a great start to the game. They obviously capped that first point very, very fast. Coming into this next one, well, let's see what they're going to change up. Maybe we're going to see GMB on the Zenyatta. That is definitely a good reaction if they want to switch, if they want to stick with that 4-tank lineup. Those Discord orbs make more of an impact when you've got more health to take out.
That 4-tank lineup, Doctor, with a lot of it's good to see Tails that he can play Diva and it's in his hero pool. I almost said champion pool, thinking about League of Legends. But Money is also a Zarya main. Before we saw him on DPS, he was actually a Zarya main. So same with him at Igo Stripe. They both have a very good Zarya.
Yeah, they got back good Zarya, and they both got good Hog. So Igo Strike picking up the Hog here. It's not like a Zarya man that's moved up to Hog when they just need to get somebody else on it. He's doing wonders on this Hog, actually opening up the map originally for them. Now, with this Discord orb, can they tear through the tanks? Eye it up as well on the Widow here, but will he be able to chew through these tanks?
He's trying to grapple up. He's going to see if he can get a shot off. He gets the one on Syria. Beautiful work there from IU up. They're going to be able to charge in 6v5 now, Jam. And he's already cleaned up another one. So double kill for IU up, making a big difference here with the Widowmaker.
Yeah, and I eat up on this Widowmaker. I've seen him do it before. He pulls out his Widow, and he doesn't have to go for those tanks. When he gets that hook up that high, just goes straight for a sport, takes him out early, and without an Ana, 4 tanks can't survive through that amount of damage coming out with that Zenyatta Discord orb on them as well.
So GMB, just off the back of that, gets a double kill as well. So double kill for Atar, double kill for GMB, double kill for I Eat You Up, and it's almost what we just saw before when Loveshack were on offensive. They got the cap nice and early, and we see them not bothering coming back and risking the bleed. They're going to go for the high ground as well.
Yeah, I think Jam Game took that a little bit earlier because they went straight onto that point off I Eat Up getting that hook shot, whereas Loveshack took it a little bit safer, but they have to kind of do that with those 4 tanks off the back of that hook, opening it up for them. But I up just doing absolute wonders on this Widow, even though they're playing into 4 tanks. He's going for their squishy supports, and if he can get them out of the fights, 4 tanks are a little bit susceptible to DPS if they don't have supports to back them up.
Igo Stripe is switched on to the Winston now, so he's a little bit better against the Widowmaker. He's able to jump onto him and get some pressure on top of IEU up. As we see the shield there, the Pulse Bomb doesn't get anyone though, so Jam Gaming have lost an ultimate there, but they're still going to charge in regardless. Dragon Blade popped here for Trill. Can he get anyone? He's got a double kill. He's looking for more right now as my camera is just going a bit crazy, so I'm sorry if you guys that I'm up in the air, but Trill has just picked up a double kill, and off the bat of that, Jam's still pushing on.
Jam Gaming, this DPS line, this is atypical, no Reinhardt, so Smashbro's got to do a huge job in this runner, because if he gets his Earth Shadow up, he can just put every single hero Jam Gaming on the floor, but he doesn't have it yet. And they're kind of getting torn up by these really aggressive picks. So Idup's going up high, getting advantage point on the players of LoveShack, and then Atar and Trill just going in together and picking people off.
Graviton Surge on the point with the help of the Transcendence to keep people alive. So many people have been slammed down from the Earth Shatter. Eevee gets the kill on RQT, so some Lucio and Lucio action there as Kiki picks up the kill on Igo Stripe, so it's still an even fight now. But IU up was in an advantage point, being forced off by Tails though, so he's under some pressure. He's been taken out, and now we see the Love Shackers. I keep almost getting Cuck Smashers mixed up with them, so I'm saying Love Shackers, Doctor. Help me out.
Yeah, good thing that the Cuck Smashers and Love Shack are basically the same team, just under 2 different names from different weeks. They kind of need to shut down Trill here is one thing I like to point out. Trill's just getting in and out. There they get him at the end. He's dying last in the fight. Trill now swapping off onto that Reinhardt. Good to see them bring that out. Now that previous Earthshatter did do a huge amount of work into them. That Tails ultimate coming out there with that Diva didn't do much, but it did force Jam into really bad positioning. Atar still sticking with this Tracer though. I think we'd like to see that Soldier come out. It is a very strong pick into their lineup.
Good job from Igo to be able to switch onto the Roadhog. As we see, IEU up is now on the Zarya instead of the Widowmaker, as he's been forced off a lot of the high ground. They've been able to catch him out here in the second phase. As the self-destruct comes in from Kiki, does not get anyone. Trill charges in to follow it up as there's a Viner Grenade on several members of Love Shack right now, so they need to be careful. They're going to regroup behind the Smash Brothers shield now, but the Pulse Bomb is right on him. He's been stuck and he's been taken out.
Yeah, they're just letting Atar, even though he's on this Tracer, a little bit, we haven't seen that hero much, but he's making it work. He was just going in, forcing the tanks to turn around, and then off the back of GMB's grenade, they're landing on those players. They had to use those Zarya shields just to get that debuff off them. But Jam Gaming's still putting out a solid performance here, though it still feels like it's somewhat the same what LoveShack did. Now can LoveShack rotate through their ultimates on this last point and put up a solid defense?
That is the question that remains to be answered as the push is continuing from Jam Gaming, very similar to what we saw before when LoveShack was on the offense, because we had about 4 minutes for them as well. So this is going to get very interesting here, Doctor.
Yeah, Igo Stripe's now back on the hog off that Winston he earlier had, now that Up's on this Zarya. And he just needs to get a pick on this hero of Tracer coming out from 8, because they're having to react to him a little bit too much. They have to turn around and deal with him. They need to kill him because he's just doing so much on the backline of their heroes.
Shield begins to break for Smash Brothers, so he's under some pressure and needs to get back as the shield from Trill's really healthy. They're throwing the self-destruct right behind the lineup, and Jam doesn't get anyone though, so Nano Boost is on top of Smash Brother. He's forced himself up against 1v1 for Trill as the rest of the fight is happening amongst the escort right now. No casualties just yet as Kiki's doing a good job with the defense matrix. IEU up is in a very high amount of energy right now, but he's been forced back, but he throws down a Graviton Surge here.
Yeah, and I think we just saw Tails actually ate that Pulse Bomb coming out from Atar there. Really well done, seeing that Graviton Surge come out, defending him there, and now they're going to go back in with some ultimates here, though a lot of their heroes are down. They're going to get cleaned up here.
IEU up with a beautiful triple kill, and they're going to push forward. Here comes the spawn delays. What can they do here? LoveShack, that is what they need. And they need to charge in here with the help of the speed burst from Eevee, and they're throwing down a Graviton Surge. Got a couple of members caught there. A lot of the squishies as the self-destruct's in the air. Is he going to get anyone? No, it does not. As Chill gets the kill on top of Smash Brother, is everyone still fighting amongst the point? Yeah,
really good grenade there coming out from Gunbar there. Kiki, though, not having any healing, is going to lose his mech, and they're just going to be able to spawn back in and just have better spawns here. Though Atar getting other picks, they're going to actually clean them up here, though.
Oh, and they need to be careful. Smash Brother gets in there just in time to solve it, but he's been taken out. No one's there in sight. The time bank for Jam Game is going to be 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Very close to 2 minutes and 52. Xenox, we have a game on our hands.
Yeah, we have a game on our hands indeed. Jam Gaming pulling out the attack, and both teams just attacking really well in the end. Defense obviously leaving a bit to be desired. It feels like it's going to come down to whoever can get their defense to start ticking along and actually performing well. This first point is going to be, massive.
Genome, what are your thoughts as well? A very close game here. We're going into round 3 of Hollywood.
I Eat You Up looking beautiful on that Widow at the start. I was doing some first-person view specking there, and just, wow, really good use of the grappling hook, machine gun as well. Just, got lots of picks as you saw, and I've got to say, from a first-person view, looks fantastic on that hero. Obviously had a lot of time on him. I also just want to touch on that last attack that they did. RQT's sound barrier coming down at the perfect time, right? They were all spread out. Love Shack just pushing in, and RQT just does it at such a great time to keep everyone alive. They pull back a little bit, just play it. They just kept their composure and allowed them to snowball onto that last point, and that's just something you don't see lesser teams do. So Jam really showing why they're one of the best teams in Australia there at the end.
Love Shack going for the close hold here on Hollywood. It's their turn to defend first as they have the better time here, Doctor.
Yeah, we're playing with Tails on this hit scan here now. They've moved him off, they've moved Igo Stripe onto the Diva and Tails onto McCree here because they want to get this hit scan that can deal with this really high aggression that's coming out from Jam Gaming with only one tank. I
Eat You Up has forced Love Shack to go here in the back corner. They're going to surround ATAR though, but he's zipped in and out, and he's got up the top of the stairs back to safety. He was under a little bit of pressure. Smash Brothers got the Discord orb on top of him. He's forced to go back around the corner as well. As Eat You Up picks up the kill on Smash Brother before he can get around the corner.
Yeah, they're falling back here and then just breaking that shield really early on. You see Jam Gaming committing really well off the IE Up, just picking off that main tank once again. Just doing a great job. IE Up just tearing through. Oh my goodness, that was a great shot there. Almost point blank there on Igo Stripe.
Eat You Up is definitely eating up Love Shack right now with another double kill to end the fight. And he's on the high ground already. He's not going to give any opportunity for Love Shack to get up there.
Yeah, it feels like they've swapped Trill off to this hit scan to deal with that dive. But just, it feels like IE Up's the one they've got to worry about. I think they need a Winston again, and they need to make sure IE Up is soft as he's just tearing through Love Shack here.
He's living up to his name. He's just continually putting pressure on the back line. He's forced them all out of that spawn point. They try to get the early spawn there, Love Shack, to get themselves an advantage. Now they've been forced back to the second phase spawn.
Yeah, and they're going to have to regroup completely undercover so that they can come out with the run-out shield as they've got vision hacks here. Now we see the Winston. Now they've got an opportunity to shut him down, but there's 4 players up there to help him out.
Oh my goodness, and Igo Stripe, he did not expect 4 members up there. He's been completely decimated with the help of ATAR getting the final blow. He's in the backline right now. Smash Brothers a little bit caught. He needs to be careful. His team's not with him. They need to regroup. Bionic Grenades there to keep them healthy. As Tails. Trill goes in with the Dragon Blade as the Graviton Surge is on a couple of members of Jam Gaming. Igo Stripe's there to land some damage down, but too many members have fallen here for Love Shack.
Yeah, they just feel like they've got an answer to what Jam's running here. This one tank lineup and the triple DPS that Misfits have actually pulled out lately at DreamHack, and they've executed on point here. IE Up's just destroying on this Widow, and they're backing him up as well. This Winston isn't enough to deal with him here.
They're going to cap here for the second point, so what a good push here from Jam Gaming here in the third round of Hollywood. They're able to get 2 points right now, so it's 5-3. A lot of pressure now for Love Shack to come back.
Yeah, finally though, it is in overtime. They do get this pick on Trill though, but it's a close spawn. They need to go in really quickly if they want to win this here.
Both teams blow a lot of ultimates. You can imagine this could be one of the last fights of the match if Love Shack can get this off. But Tails gets a nice double kill. The Nanoboost on top of Igo Stripe. He's putting down a lot of pressure on the back line of the supports here for Jam Gaming. Bionic Grenade on top of Kiki. He's under pressure on top of the Escort as both Winstons are jumping up in the air, battling each other. As Kiki lands onto the floor, Tails takes out Trill. They're still fighting amongst the Escort.
It's a really close spawn here though. They're getting able to reinforce really well here from Jam though. I think though it's a little bit in Love Shack's favour, as well as that absolutely perfect grenade coming out from Sierra there.
They've turned the fight back around with the help of Igo Stripe's double kill here, Love Shack. And Smash Bullet gets back to the Escort. It's going to be too hard for Jam to get back on there, but they've already done a fantastic effort of getting on there. But the spawn point's so close, they get there. It was just in time, but the whole hog from Money pushes them off. And my goodness, 5-3 now, Genome. What do you expect now?
Well, it's going to be hard for Love Shack to beat that. Damn. Jam doing a really good job there, and they just can't. I mean, they switched off to the McCree, right? They saw that they were running that triple DPS comp. They read that well. They go, okay, we need a McCree to take out the flankers. They've got a Genji and a Tracer that the McCree can shut down, but he doesn't manage to do that because the Reinhardt shield goes down too early, and that just gives free reign to IE You Up to just tear them apart on the Widow.
And Xenox, your thoughts as well. This is a close one here, but we saw Jam get some advantages now with 5-3.
Yeah, pretty big advantage. And as I said, really it does come down to whoever can get their defense sorted first. You do feel like even with 3 minutes for Love Shack, Jam are just going to be able to get their defense sorted probably better than they are. And that means I just don't see them getting the distance all the way. They're going to need pretty much the first push, you'd think, to if they're going to have any chance of getting that first point.
So I eat you up. He wasn't on any other team prior to my knowledge, Doctor, before being on the Jam Gaming lineup. And man, he's definitely showing up here today.
Yeah, he's kind of come out of just a huge ranked player. I think he's been somewhere before, but I can't put my words to it. Like, he's been around, but he kind of went missing for a big period of time, but has come back and has really shown that he's kept up to level with his skills. And Jam Gaming picked up such a solid player hit scan there. Now they're swapping the lineup quite a lot here. RQT with this Zenyatta for defense here. First time we're going to see it tonight.
The only other Widowmaker player that I can remember that's that good was Apathetic. He's recently switched to the Skyfire lineup, I believe, and we've got the top side here for Love Shack right now. So the time is ticking down, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. They got to get it there. They got to make a play now because man, they got to capture 2 points.
Yeah, and that hook once again on Kiki, opening it up. They put Mooney on the point there. Kiki came a little bit too far forward, and Igo Stripe laying another hook and another one.
Atar takes out Smash Brother. Even gets the kill on top of I Eat You Up. So it's 5 players on 5 right now. So as Trill blocks off the hook from Igo Stripe with that beautiful Reinhardt shield up there, begins to crack. So Bionic Grenade landed on a couple of members of Love Shack right now. So they're going to have to get out of there. Tails could not get out in time though.
Yeah, and that time it's not being enough for the players there. Just with that Zenyatta just sitting up on that high ground, keeping those heals on the rest of the play, and the Discord obs as well. Atar was able to push in and get a lot of damage onto those heroes. And this Reaper now doing a lot of work into the heavy tank lineup that we do see Love Shack pull out. Now, Tails, though, swapping off onto this Reaper here as well.
So top side here for Love Shack as they begin to make their descent back onto the checkpoint. So 1 minute 25 as we lost about a minute from last time they decided to push in. So you can imagine if they fail at this one, they'll only have one more attempt. Bionic Grenade lands on Smash Brother. He's got to be careful. He's got a Discord Orb on top of him. So a lot of pressure coming out. Igo Stripe. Oh, he got quite low there as well. He's getting his health back up. So they need to be careful. Tails is already down on the checkpoint. He's began to cap as they spotted him out there. The Nano Boost is on top of Atar. He's looking for members to get on top of as Trill lands a nice Earth Shatter with the help of the Transcendence to keep him up. Atar lands a Death Boss and picks up 2 kills.
Yeah, huge committal of ultimates there, though, from Jam Gaming. They're only going to have a whole hog here and maybe Kiki's ultimate here. Whereas if we look at Love Shack, they've got a huge bank of ultimates almost coming up. They'll have a Graviton Surge, Earth Shatter, and whole hog here. And that's a lot of damage. If Mooney gets another one of his great Graviton Surges out, they can hold them off the point even. They could just commit really heavily here as well.
And that's just on the top side now, Jam. They choose to jump down. Smash with the charges in, but gets hooked. The Zarya Shield helps him out, though. It's high energy for money now. He wants to get up nice and close to burn some health pulls down. As Kiki's right in their face of the supports, putting pressure on the backline, but he has a Bionic Grenade now, so he needs to be careful because the mech's going to be popped. So they're starting to push on. Gets the self-destruct, though. Where's it going to go? It's not going to be able to get anyone as they're still fighting amongst the checkpoint as Smash Brothers has been taken out. GMB is under some pressure. Gets to sleep on Tails before being taken out, but here we go with Love Shack being able to finally cap the point here, and we're going to be stuck in overtime.
Yeah, though this time we see a big difference here from Jam Gaming and Love Shack here. Jam Gaming had to push through so far with their less time bank and getting that second point, and then the overtime at that second checkpoint with the close spawn, we saw Love Shack push them off it. Though they've got to stay on this point for such a long time here for Love Shack, and Jam Gaming, they need to build ultimates and go in for one push and just push them off that cut. And if they get a combo like we've previously seen from Atar in that last patch, with that Death Blossom and boost out of that Jam Gaming, they can clean up extremely easily off the back of that.
High ground for Jam Gaming. They're in control, so all they need is one fight to end it and become victors here, unless they can push on to make it 5-5. Love Shack, so a lot of ultimates have been blown here for either side. But RQT has the Transcendence. He switched on to Zenyatta right now as the Bionic Grenade lands on a couple of members of Love Shack, but they're able to fight through it here.
Yeah, really good job there from Love Shack. Only losing one player there of Igo Stripe on that hog. Really well placed grenade there, making a lot of their players lose that ability to heal. Mooney, though, with another Graviton Surge. His last Graviton Surge got eaten by Kiki, But this time, if he can get it past Kiki, they've got a great opportunity to push off the back, especially with Trails with the Death Boss. He looks like he's going to teleport up as well, though. He might get caught out by GMB and Slept here, though.
Oh, this is going to be a close one, as it's just getting around the corner to get to make it 5-5. As Iger Strike finally joins the lineup now, they have 6 people. As ATAR gets a double kill, a triple kill. He's cleaned house here with a nice quadra, and 5 kills for ATAR. That ends the game here, and Jam Gaming take away the win on Hollywood Genome.
Yeah, the big difference there was I Eat You Up making so much space when they were on the second attack there for Jam Gaming. So he grapple hooked up the top, and then as Love Shack were walking out of those spawn doors, out of the Goldshire Studios, I Eat You Up was just picking them out, pushing them back, and just creating so much time for his team to push all the way up almost to the 3rd point, where Love Shack finally managed to contest. But Love Shack, they didn't have that space on the attack. They had to deal with Jam so much closer there, and then you saw, unfortunately the Reaper tails got picked off when he went up the top there, and then that Death Blossom just coming in from ATAR sold things down the river for Love Shack.
As Genome was mentioning that, Xenox, the Death Blossom with the Nano Boost just reminds us of just the patch previous to where we're at now.
Yeah, it does indeed. Also seeing, I guess, Tails sort of led Aita in a way to the team, but it wouldn't have mattered. I believe he would have had that set up anyway. In the end, it comes down to something like that to take the win for Jam. You wouldn't be too disappointed if you're Love Shack. They really took it right up to Jam on Hollywood all the way. They could have almost won at the end too. They had so much momentum coming on through the end, but in really, ATAR having to get a quad, and I think it was 5 kills actually, to wrap it up. Not bad effort from Love Shack.
And what are your thoughts, Doctor, wrapping things up here on Hollywood and getting into Kings Row? Give us your final thoughts on Hollywood, and then give us your thoughts on Kings Row.
Right at the end there, that could have still gone either way. If Tails had gone up there and not got picked off, he could have actually very easily killed Gunbar at the top there, GMB. If he hadn't landed that sleep dart, I think we could have actually see Love Shack actually push and be very close at the end there. But just that sleep dart that landed meant that GMB survived through that Tails coming up behind him, and then ATAR just following through from that. Without the boost, there wouldn't have been much opportunity there for Jam to follow through. So in the end, that was extremely close. Could have gone either way if a sleep dart had or hadn't landed.
So, predictions now, boys. That's the question. What are your thoughts on Kings Row? We've got Jam up 1-0. It's a very close game. They'll put on the back foot for a while there from Love Shack. So, some hopes for the underdogs. We need to get a pause as IU up has left the game. Gives us a lot of time to break down Kings Row. There's a lot to think about here, Xenox.
I mean, there is a lot to think about. I do believe, though, that Jam on Kings Row should be too strong for Love Shack. The way that they've been playing together on this sort of map for so long, their synergy will just be too much in the end. And we saw Love Shack sort of struggle a little bit earlier tonight on Kings Row as well. What I'm curious to see, though, is whether or not it's going to be similar to Hollywood in that both teams will attack really well and defense might be a little bit left to be desired, or if Jam's defense might come through in the end and stop Love Shack. So that's what I'll be keeping an eye on, whether or not these two teams sort of get their defense down a little bit more.
What are your thoughts as well, Genome? Coming in here to Kings Row, Jam Gaming up 1-0. Your thoughts?
Well, I think IEUup's choice of DPS character could be a big deal here. Will we see him bring out the Widow again? Widow is one of those characters where you're either on or you're not, and he is definitely on tonight. If you've got a good Widow player, it's so easy to get picks on Kings Row. This initial point, there's just so many places that it's very hard for the defenders to push you off. You have to play so passive behind the shield, and then once that goes down, that's pretty much all you've got.
So with IEUup just getting back in there, so we'll be able to ready things up once teams are good to go. I believe we've got Love Shack's pretty much ready. Doctor, IEUup was the big difference maker on Hollywood. Genome just pointed out the Widowmaker pick could be a good opportunity for him to play it once again on Kings Row. So do you expect the same thing? Would you see it on defense, or would you just see it on offense?
I think it's very unlikely we see it on defense here. I think there's no way we see a Widow on defense on Kings Row, because teams could very easily just see that you've got it, swap to an aggressive lineup, and just completely dive on top of you without a solid DPS to back you up there. Widow can shut down very quickly there. But on attack, I think it's quite likely we do see him bring it out again. You'll usually see the Widow putting up on top of that cinema there and that roof there, trying to get a bit of positioning. And it comes down to whether the team, whereas we saw when Skyfire went up against, trying to remember, they went up against Corono? Oh no, can't remember, something X. They had an X in their name.
Furox.
And Furox, yeah. And Bliss was doing a good job on that Widow. He got one pick, but we just saw Skyfire back away from it. So there is a lot of positioning advantage on the defensive team to back away from that Widow. But I think just with how well he's been doing, he's going to bring it out again. Interesting to see Jam. They've been running a lot of Symmetra and Torb on this map and just not doing it here. Maybe just not confident that they can get away with that sort of strat against Love Shack here. And bringing out Ata on this Reaper, who's such a strong Reaper, to shut down a lot of those tanks that we're seeing come out from Love Shack here.
So shout out to everyone in Twitch, 188 viewers right now, so much love for everyone who's stuck with us here tonight to see an amazing grand final now. So been a good amount of games shaping up to an awesome one here on King's Row now as RQT and ATA open up the exchange now, so Jam Gaming still comfortable here in defense.
Oh, Love Shack going through that little sneaky play to push through that back alley lobby there really quickly, though Tails just going a little bit too far forward in front of that Rhine Shield and eating a huge amount of damage and dying really early on. I think he just pushed a little bit too fast there. They should have played a little bit slower because they did catch Jam. A little bit surprised. They turned it around but weren't in position to deal with that very well.
So they're just holding outside the gate, choosing when to go in. They're waiting for the speed burst. They're going to go through the left-hand side, through the hotel, coming around the back now. GMB gets hooked, so great positioning there, and Syria finishes him off, so this is great not having an Ana to deal with now if you're Love Shack. I eat you up though, gets a double kill, and he turns the fight around, and as I couldn't get it on camera for you guys, but it was a beautiful effort from him.
Yeah, I eat you up doing a huge job being one of the first players on the team of Jam to get his ultimate up here, so they're going to look for a Graviton Surge and maybe Death Blossom, maybe just go for a Graviton Surge, because if they do commit that Death Blossom though, but there's no D.Va to soak it up, so I think they'll just go with that combo actually now looking at it. Without a D.Va here, they're not going to win this shield trade, and they're not going to have the ability to soak up a huge amount of damage, and Jam's just building the ultimate so much faster off the back bat.
The shield begins to break for Smash Brothers. They've put Kiki to sleep so they can charge forward now, but he's been awoken very fast as the rest of Love Shack are under pressure from the backside as we saw them get surrounded by Jam Gaming through the hotel.
Yeah, and Jam Gaming just winning that fight off the back and not using a single ultimate yet. I think they're just going to use them in reaction to Love Shack here, who just don't seem to be attacking altogether. They're going in and committing to a fight and not having everybody back each other up. They're not backing Smash Brother here up enough. He's sort of getting caught out on the front of that point without anybody behind him. And Atar, really sneaky position, he's just going to go in and try and clean them all up.
Oh, the Nano Boost Death Blossom combo is not going to happen. He's been put to sleep by Syria Atar, so they're going to go back, but they still have 4 ultimates to play here with Jam Gaming, so not too much of a loss to lose 2, so Love Shack can be able to push in. As the big hook comes up on top of I Up, he lands a nice Graviton Surge.
They just used a huge amount of ultimates here. They've only got a Tranquility left. We've only seen an Earthshatter come out of Love Shack here, so they could go in with a big bank of ultimates though. It's still been a long delay here though. Jam Gaming swinging up a solid performance here, and just going to a little bit of different that we typically see them on, and Atar once again doing a huge job on this Reaper, and they need to deal with him here because he's just tearing through their players.
They're going to have to regroup right now. Love Shack, as the time ticks down, 1 minute and 15 seconds. They've got to imagine that this is the fight to win with the ultimate advantage. They're going to move forward. Smash Brothers been put to sleep, so there's no shield. He gets it up just in time. The sound barrier is going to keep everyone up here with the help from Eevee as RQT gets his Transcendence happening with the Zenyatta. Atar and Igo get 1 kill each. Atar's a little bit caught up. He has his Eye Shield to help him out as they're still fighting amongst the statues side of things. But, man, an even fight so far.
Kiki ate that Graviton Surge once again. I'm not sure how many he's eaten tonight, but he's just completely shut down a bit of Mooney's work here now. Whereas originally it felt like Mooney was doing a good job to shut down Kiki with those beams and that huge amount of damage he was doing. But just once again, Kiki just showing us that he can just track you, and when he sees that Zaya pushing on the side, he's kind of telegraphing he's going to go for that Graviton Surge, and Kiki just putting that defense matrix right over the top of him and sucking all those ultimates away.
30 seconds to go, and they've got Tails with the Nano Boost on top of him, but he got put to sleep. He's still alive. What can he do? He's getting in the background as Igo Stripe and Smash Brother, putting a lot of pressure down, getting a kill each on the back line. Atar does take out Tails though, so the fight could be turning back around for Jam, but the help of the Nano Boost on top of Kiki. They're moving forward. Atar gets another kill though, as they're still fighting amongst the point. Graviton Surge, they're coming out for money. This could be the money fight for money, but Kiki gets a beautiful self-destruct triple kill.
Yeah, and now they could possibly go back in, but that Sleep Dart's going to stop them here. And the Earthshatter, though, blocking it with Up's Zaya Shield here, they might be able to make it back.
There you go, gets there just in time. Tails is there to get right in his face with the help of Smash Bros. They've taken him out, but ATAR gets there just in time. Can he take out anyone? He's in Wraith mode, giving Jam Gaming enough time to get back onto the point. Kiki and RKT and GMB are all there, and they've got the shield up from Smash Bros. Though the spawn point is much closer though for Love Shack, so they're still in a good spot.
Yeah, I think Love Shack are definitely going to get it here. They've just got that huge spawn advantage. Jam Gaming come quite close to taking that point back, and it's so far in overtime. If they actually managed to push them off there, it would have gone down really quickly. Kiki tried to push them off that point, just wasn't enough because there's too many players making it back with those respawns. Though Jam Gaming almost retaking that point there in the end. They've put up a solid, absolutely huge defense here already. Now, there's not much time left. There's 2 minutes to go through this street phase, and with Jam Gaming already still a solid defense, can they break through it now?
I don't know about you, Doctor, but my heart skipped a beat when Kiki landed that self-destruct, and I thought Jam were going to get back in and take the point, but man, that wasn't the case, but that was damn close.
Yeah, I thought it was almost all over. As Igo Strike gets another hook, he's doing a huge job on this Roadhog to open it up a lot. As that Earth Shatter comes out on almost all of the players of Love Shack here.
And the sound barrier from both Lucio's here to keep everyone's health pools up, but they're under pressure now from ATAR. He doesn't get a kill up, he gets taken out pretty quickly from Money, who has a lot of energy, so sap the health from him. So the cart is beginning to push. It's just right next to the bookshop, but Love Shack are going to regroup.
Yeah, Love Shack got a great opportunity. Oh, that late pick though. They could have fallen back a little bit earlier and just regrouped and had better spawns and just pushed on with 6 players onto the 4 players of Jam Gaming. Though not falling back fast enough, they're going to get these right. They're going to get the players of Jam Gaming coming back in time.
Escort beginning to be pushed now. A lot of ultimates coming up now for Love Shack with the Graviton Surge and the Earth Shatter. So this will be handy for this fight. If Jam Gaming pull the trigger now, they don't have their ultimates ready, Love Shack. They've got to be careful. Menabus is on top of Smash Brother. Charges in. Kiki has some Discord, Bionic Grenade on top of him as the self-destruct happens right next to the Escort. Doesn't get anyone though.
Jam completely shut down there. ATAR got slept immediately after being boosted there by GMB and then hooked by Igo Strike to take him away from that fight. He ended up killing Igo Strike, but that amount of lockdown put onto ATAR there, really securing that fight for Love Shack.
And Money lands the Graviton Surge. The Chill has the shield up. Bionic Grenade landed here though from Syria. So nice job to make Jam Gaming scatter, and they're going to be able to try and pull the trigger, but the sound barrier coming up for Jam Gaming.
Yeah, really good job. They're coming back in here though. Can Love Shack break through? Kiki is really low. They really need to take Kiki out of this Diva Mech so that they can push through. He's just getting healed up though. ATAR again with another boost.
Oh, he got hooked into the backline by Igo, and he had the Zarya shield to keep him up, and he's in a good position now to get some kills. He's already got a double kill. He's looking for more with that Death Blossom, and that's going to end the fight. 10 seconds on the clock. I don't think anyone's going to get back in time.
Yeah, there's no way Love Shack can be able to make it back in time. We saw Jam Gaming. It looked like they might have lost that point there in the end, but that boost on ATAR, he just got up his ultimate through that and just cleaned through the players of Love Shack. Huge defense here from Jam Gaming, and it looks like without making the whole map, a lot of teams have just made this whole map a King's Row, not making it all, and especially not making Streets phase here. Looks like Jam's going to take this one away.
Well, Doctor thinks Jam's going to take it away. What do you think, Genome? What are your thoughts on the defense from Jam and the predictions now?
My thoughts are that was a very strong defense, and Love Shack are in all kinds of trouble right now if they want to beat that. Kiki, as you said, just hoovering up those Graviton Surges. They finally, I think that last one that Money put out there, he saw that Kiki was too far away, so he just popped it straight away, and I don't think it was the right time, but I think he was just so scarred from Kiki eating all the Graviton Surges that he wanted to get one down while he could, and in the end, it wasn't enough to win them the fight.
What about you, Xenox? What are your thoughts on the previous battle here, 1-0 to Jam, and give us your predictions as well.
Yeah, well, just before I do that, I'd just like to point out that Syria landed that perfect sleep dart onto the boosted ATAR. But what I thought would happen after that was that Love Shack were then going to be able to steam on through and get that second point because of it. The impact of stopping that nano boost gives them an advantage. All they had to use was a sleep dart, but couldn't capitalize in the end as a team and get that second point. Look, it's going to be extremely difficult for Love Shack now to go all the way. For Jam to go all the way, it's going to be pretty easy. Love Shack are going to have to pull something out of the hat to defend this first point. If they can't stop the first point, I can't see them holding the Streets phase.
Well, Xenox has said it. Do you agree, Doctor? I definitely agree with Xenox. If they can't pull something out of the hat here on the first phase, they're going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, they have to definitely pull something out of their phase here. And Igo Stripe already on this Winston. I think definitely an expectation of seeing IE up on this Widow again. And really good adaptation from LoveShack here, though. Not running a hog will mean they won't have that damage to put out on that shield. But if you can shut down I Eat You Up, I think that's definitely enough for them here.
Well, this is the moment of truth now for LoveShack, as they're down 1, or they've only got 1-0, so they need to hold here on defense, or at least hold it into the second phase to some degree. But we've got IU up on the Widowmaker, and last time he was on Widowmaker, it was a lot of trouble for LoveShack, but they might have might have estimated that the pick there, because they've jumped on here with I go Stripe on top of the Winston, but it doesn't matter anyway, because I Eat You Up, we've got to kill each, and they just storm, just rolling through the checkpoint.
A little bit of a strange play there to deal with that Widow coming out from LoveShack. Tails kind of pushed up on him there. He got down to very low to blow his Wraith form as Igo Stripe was jumping in on top of him. And then we just saw the entire Jam lineup turning around, dealing with him immediately, and then pushing forward off the back of that. I think of a misplay there, mostly from LoveShack, that allowed Jam Gaming to push through.
Nice cap here from Jam, and very early on, so 2 minutes and 27 seconds is what LoveShack need to do to defend and bring it into a third map, which would be on Dorado, but that's a very tall order right now, as they don't have very far to push at Jam Gaming.
Yeah, we see Jam Gaming having an absolutely dominant performance here. IEUP's able to put so much pressure on LoveShack that they have to fall back so far with these wall hacks out from him here. He's just going to go for flanks here, it looks like, mostly. Just put pressure on. I think LoveShack need to really engage early on and try and push through and take care of him here.
Grenade landed here for LoveShack on top of Jam Gaming. They're charging with Smash Brother. Has his eye shield to keep him up. He does get the kill on top of RQT, but Trill lands an Earth Shatter, sending down the front line of LoveShack. They're in a world of hurt right now without any tanks.
Yeah, that Earth Shatter, a nail in the coffin here for LoveShack here, it feels like. Just pushing through. It's that shield breaking, they pushed a little bit too far forward, and because of the ult advantage here coming out from Jam, they're able to push through. I think it's pretty much over here. I don't think anybody's going to be able to make it back in time here to defend.
Oh, can we do it, LoveShack? Let's go. Let's get some speed boost happening. He just put to sleep Igo Stripe, but they've got the nano boost on top of Smash Brother. He charges there, gets there just in time. He falls down, but here comes the self-destruct. It's on top of the point. Kiki gets Eevee with the self-destruct. The Smash Brother does take out RQT. The fight is still happening, but there's a bionic grenade of too many members of LoveShack. They can't deal with it. Too many low health pulls, and the win's going to go to Jam Gaming. Congratulations, you're winners of the CG Weekly. What a night we've had.